Hi there, I'm in my garden today and I'm trying to get outside and do some planting and talk about what I'm planning to do for the end of the summer. It's August, the end of the summer, and start talking about things that I want to plant for the fall and fall season, like flowers. And I may try to plant a few vegetables this fall and see how that goes. I live in garden zone 8B, and so we have a really long warm season, so I can kind of continue to plant things in the garden. This year I'm trying to see what kind of flowers I can plant now and get started that will last until probably October and maybe into November and maybe into December. So I don't know, we'll see. The things that have lasted in my garden through October, maybe mid-November, are some zinnias, cosmos, Mexican sunflower, marigolds. I planted those last year for the first time and I was so surprised. I really am not a marigold person. I don't love marigolds, but they just grew and bloomed and there were bees everywhere. So I think I still have some of those. I don't really plan on planting any today. That is something I can still plant right now in August that will get enough sun, have time to germinate, and have time to mature enough to bloom and last through maybe November. So two seed packs that I'm going to start today for sure are these zinnias. It's luminosa. I got these from Amazon. I have bought several packs of Sweet Yards. I've bought several packs of Sweet Yard seeds from Amazon, and these, let me see, it says full sun, 7 to 10 days germination, 60 to 70 days to flower. And so I may be pushing it on these, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. So, I think there's about 3,000 seeds. This is 1 ounce. I think it says there's about 3,000 seeds in this pack. So I'm not going to use them all. I want to save some, but I think these are pretty. And then the other thing I got to plant with that is the Sweet Yards Calendula Pacific Beauty Calendula Wildflower Seeds. It's also 1 ounce. These bloom quicker. These typically are like a cool season, or they can tolerate cool season. I had planted these before in September. I think I waited too late, and so they did not get big enough. So they did not get big enough. They grew, they never got a bloom or buds to bloom. So I think I waited too late. So I'm going to start these. And I don't know, it said barely cover these. I may have buried these before in the soil too deep, and they may need, let's see, they may need light to germinate. So I'm going to have to look that up. But anyway, I think these are both like really pretty seed packs. And I would love to, like, if I had these two colors going in the garden in the fall, I think that would be like really nice. So I'm going to do a little bit of planting and then a little bit of like garden updates. So one thing I want to share is my elephant ear update. They are behind me. You can't see them, but I'll show you behind me. I planted those in March. I had to replant them in April. I think I planted them too soon and they rotted. So I replanted them in April. I got those at Costco. It was a bag with 3 in each bag. So Anyway, I planted 2 over here, they rotted. I replanted 1 in each spot. And then I planted 1 over here in this other corner. I don't remember what happened to the other one. Anyway, they look so good, and I'll show you all 3 of them. So one of them gets a lot more shade. One of them over here gets less shade. This one gets the most sun, and it is huge. So I'm so happy with those. They've turned out really well. And then also just a little update on the zinnias that I planted. They're Johnny's Aurora seeds, which I planted last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago over here in this other area of my garden. Those are about 2 to 3 inches tall now, so I'm hoping that those are going to get time to grow and bloom, hopefully in September, and I'll have a full bed. Well, 3/4 of a bed full of those, because they're so pretty. And then on the other side, I've got some little mini sunflowers, and that's where I'm going to plant these, and these today. So not to get too many, things going, but I think it may need to be cooler to plant this spinach. But I planted it last year. I think it started to come up, but I may have waited. I don't know. It didn't do super well, but this says 28 to 40 days, but it said plant in cool weather. It's not cool here. It's not going to be cool here for a while. So I may, not today, but in the next week or so, I may plant some of these and plant some of this lettuce right here. This is botanical interest lettuce. And then every year I plant carrots, and those do really well. I think I plant them too close together, and so they end up not getting as big as they should, and my garden soil may be too compact, but they still grow. These are shorter carrots, and I planted these last year and they did really good. So, and then I've got this other one, but anyway, I may start planting these soon in the garden, just to try something different. I'm gonna get started. There's one area that I want to plant those zinnias in the calendula, and I've just got to get that area ready. I'm gonna walk around maybe after and show you the other things, or maybe I'll show you that first. I don't know, I'll decide in a minute. But I've got to get this little area ready. I just got potting soil because it has a little bit less like mulch and bark in it, and then just show you the rest of the garden, and then that'll be it. I'll just go ahead and do this before I get started, before I get too hot. This is the side of the garden that is probably my favorite this year. I have said that already once in a maybe last video, but I have dahlias right here, zinnias. It's just like a mixture of sunflowers, Mexican sunflowers, a little bit of celosia right there, a little bit of celosia right there, zinnias, looks like one marigold in there, and then Mexican sunflowers in the back. So these zinnias are the Johnny's Aurora zinnias, and they're so pretty. I am really I love these. Some of the other zinnias I got this year, they're okay. They're just, nothing, really exciting. But these are just, the colors are so pretty. And then some of these are the queen lime, but over there you can see just like really pretty pink, coral, yellow. And then, okay, so my Mexican sunflower, this is probably getting close to 7 feet tall. There's like multiple plants together here. I think last year I had 1 or 2, and this is doing really well. The butterflies love it, the bees love it. And then over here I have my elephant ears. This is the one that's like medium, my little sunflowers, and then this one is like really big. So this one is probably my favorite. The leaves are just huge. I mean, they're just huge. So I'm definitely gonna plant elephant ears every year. I don't know if I'm gonna overwinter these or just dig them up. I'm not sure yet. I wanted to show like another quick view of this side of the garden. The garden beds are 16 feet long by about 4.5 feet wide, and then you can see my you know how tall everything is over here, and the elephant ears, how big this one has gotten. It's just like one of my favorite things to come home and see every day. But the Mexican sunflowers are way up here. So I'm gonna, yeah, definitely gonna plant those again. This will be my second year. And they really can take, I mean, I water them maybe once a week. They may get rain or one watering a week, and I really don't have to do anything to those. And you can see how big they are. And then the dahlias are looking pretty good. These are the floret dahlias. Some of the blooms have fallen off this week. I don't know if something is knocking them off or what, but okay, these, it says cover with about 1/4 inch of soil, and these, it says just press them into the soil. Remember how I said it wasn't hot? Well, that's not true anymore. It's hot. It's hot. It's humid. Really humid. Okay, so what I just did, I planted the zinnias and covered those up. And then I planted the calendula and pressed those down. So hopefully stepping on the zinnias won't matter. I don't think it will. But I put those down and then covered those up with soil, and then just sprinkled the calendula down, because I believe calendula are similar to like a marigold, maybe. Anyway, you just press those down and you don't have to cover those up. And then I just put down a soaker hose over here. So now this other side of the garden is starting to need more water. And if it doesn't rain, I can just plug up the hose and I don't have to like stand there and water the bed as long. So anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna water the garden. I don't really think I have anything else to do at the moment. And So yeah, if you're new, thanks for watching. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, there'll be some more at the end of more recent videos that I've shared about what I'm doing in my garden. I love flowers, and I just love being outside. It's like very calming to me. Like it's a good place to come and be and enjoy like the butterflies, the bees, the hummingbirds, and it's just like a good way to unwind. So if you like that kind of thing, thank you for watching, and see you next time.